Okay, so this is the bosses tier list. These are all bosses. It's a little short because, as you can see, the characters are divided. Like, I couldn't find one that had all of them. Okay. Okay, sorry. Amygdala. I'm focusing my human brain. Oh, this is a hard one to choose. I feel like all these are going to be really hard to choose. I don't know. This is a difficult game. It's tough because, like, we have to kind of fill in the lore, right? Like, Amygdala has a lot of hands. Phenomenal nails, very pointy, very, very grabby, you know? A little bit of a grabby person or monster. That can be good and bad. Literally triggers fear, exists in a nightmare realm. I'm kind of feeling like a highly hot. I don't know. Like, there's also a lot of them. They're kind of there's so many. I think we're gonna go for dateable. I could see the argument for Amygdala. And yes, I'm saying amygdala, not amygdala, because I'm talking like Patches. I think the only person that would put Amygdala in Yes Daddy Uwu would be Patches, the spider, and we do not like Patches, so that's going to be a no. Whomst is this? Is this Bloodstarved? I can't even tell what that is. Like, I thought I was supposed to know these bosses. Dude, this is literally the game I have like the most hours in from FromSoft, and I cannot tell what the fuck half these JPEGs are. Bloodstarved Beast. I'm gonna say Dingus because we don't really like toxic behavior here. Like, that's really toxic. Like, truly, actually, unironically toxic behavior. Literally poisons you. Very aggressive. Always hungry. Will definitely eat your food. I don't like that kind of behavior. I tend to be a little bit food possessive because I don't eat. So when I do eat, I want it. I want food. So we definitely require... Like, you need to be a Dingus. I don't want to put you in fuck off. Eats my fries? I know, no one fucking touches my fries. Like, I will give you a fry, but don't touch my fries. Get your own fries. I can be very food possessive. This is Cleric Beast. I think I'm gonna put you in Profanely Beautiful because I love you and I love the way you scream. And I love beating the shit out of you. That came out weird, but it's true. All the way you scream, ooh woo. Exactly. But also just like a little weak. Limbs very breakable, very squishy. I don't know. Also, here's the thing though. Also a cleric. We don't like clerics. And by we, I mean me. So you're gonna stay in Profanely Beautiful. Is this Parl? That's Parl, all right. Parl is weak as hell and does not scale, but is the only electric beast in base game beyond the abhorrent beast, Suspicious Beggar, which kind of doesn't count because he is more of an NPC encounter. You can skip him. I'm gonna make Parl highly hot. I love Parl. Parl is super cute. Too bad he's weak as hell. Really fun though. Really well designed. Super cool when you fight him in the Chalice dungeons because he scales up a little bit more and he's tougher. You can actually savage you. I love his scream as well. A lot of these bosses are gonna get an upgrade because of their screams, to be honest. That's just a me thing. Say Parl is kind of shocking. That's very true. Are there DLC bosses in here? Are there no... Okay, good. Lawrence is here. We're good. Yeah, Maria. Okay. Abritus! Oh, shit. Definitely Abritus needs to go here. Profanely Beautiful. Total waifu. But I have difficulty putting her into the daddy tier. That's a different tier for me. Tentacles, exactly. Tentacles. She's mean as hell, which I personally appreciate as a person who likes that sort of thing. Gascoigne. I mean, he do literally be a papa, like Daddy Gascoigne, you know? Father Gascoigne. Very hot. Total beast. Literally. I don't know where I want to put him. He is hot. I don't know that he's a daddy, though. But he kind of is. We're putting him in Yes Daddy Uwu, because he is. He's got that energy. Also, he's tall as fuck. And that gives him some good points. You know what I'm saying? Garmin. I'm putting him in fuck off because he's a creep. Sorry. I have very strong opinions on Garmin. Cannot stand him. Total creep. And that's me. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I think he's really cool. I love his scythe, but even the scythe cannot save you from being a creepo. Not judging people for their height. Hey, I'm not judging. I'm giving like props. I can't speak English words today. Jesus. It's like Here's the difference. You wouldn't tell somebody, and you should never insult somebody for things that they can't control. It's very cruel. Like things like their smile or their laugh, right? Like those are really mean things because that's how they express joy. Or like their height, right? But if someone has something good, you should compliment it. There's no harm in it. You're not saying you have the best height of all time and everyone shorter than you is shit. You're just saying, height good. I like your smile. I like your laugh. Your hair is nice. You know, complimenting somebody does not mean no one else gets a compliment. Do you know what I mean? So he's tall, so I'm gonna give him the compliment on the being tall, but that doesn't mean short equals bad. That makes sense? Are you tracking my logic? There's a logic to it. It's a little bit twisted, but it's Raph logic, so what else can you expect? Lady Maria? Oh my god, you already know. Lady Maria is yet another case of, I don't know if I want to be her or if I want her. Easy. Easy isn't hard. Like, come on. She is such a daddy. She literally hangs out as a corpse and then just like holds your hand. Now you can do both, right? I mean, I think I did. Like, I did cosplay as her and I still want her as my waifu. Hold my hand before you kill me, please. Exactly. So there is pretty much nobody that is more daddy in all of Bloodborne than Maria. She is the coolest. The coolest. She's literally like, I don't care about, I could use like blood magic and be even more OP, and by blood magic I mean blood tinge and whatever, same thing. But I'm not going to because I'm so badass. I'm just going to use pure skill to wield my weapon. And her voice is great. She's got an accent. She's got that Tumerian blood. She's a little bit of royalty. Literal queen. Can we talk about that? Maybe not queen, but you know what I mean. She's great. She's amazing. But she's also strong enough to be a knight. You love to see it. I love her. I love her. She's literally one of the main reasons I love Bloodborne at this point. Lawrence. Lawrence. Truly a lady by title. Exactly. Actually a lady. You know I love Lawrence. He's literally my favorite boss. Lawrence is incredible. I know that I consider Lawrence himself, like the guy before he became a beast, to be a total himbo. Like, quite possibly the himboist of bows. Because, I don't know, I just think he's dumb. I really do. There's a little bit of lore backup to it, but sincerely, I just don't like him. He started the Healing Church, which is a definite bad move. He was told to fear the old blood, instead he used it. So he's quite possibly like the biggest dingus, but then he transforms into a beast and becomes this cool fire boy and screams real good and is really, really hard and tough to beat. It makes everybody really mad. And I personally like things that make people mad a little bit. Just a little bit, right? It kind of amuses me. A lot of people consider him the hardest in the game. Yeah, a lot of people consider him the hardest in Soulsborne. I love him. Crawls around like a dingus? Yeah, he keeps fighting you even after his legs come off. Who else does that? He's incredible. Definite yes daddy. Whomst is next? Living failures? I mean, literally just fuck off. They are literally living failures, good for nothing, worthless assholes who are boring to fight and annoying, but can hit really hard, have terrible hitboxes. Everything about them. As a fight, as creatures, big fuck off energy. There's nothing, that's it. Everything they do is annoying. Like, even the fucking mushroom folk are at least dinguses. The Celestial Emissary I'm putting in dingus because they're not as bad, but they're still pretty shit. Like, no one goes, yeah, I get to fight the Celestial Emissary now. Like, nobody. Literally no one has said that. I kind of skipped ahead there, but can you blame me? Like, they're literally the same thing, except this one's a little bit more mushroomy and this one's a little bit more alien-y. Actually, you can go either way with that one. They're both kind of mushroomy. They're both kind of mushrooms, just different types of mushrooms. Although the living failure is kind of like almost, I don't know, so they seem to like want to be to attempt to ascend, a lot of them. Martyr Logarius. So Martyr Logarius, very big cleric energy. I have really strong opinions on how the executioners were real dumb and propagandized by the church. I don't like that. I like people who can think for themselves. So I'm not really a big fan of that. Also, he locks you away from vampire waifu, which is really mean. Not really a big fan of that. I think he meant well. He's kind of like a Ludwig type. Like, he tried, but it didn't go so good for him. His scythe is kind of not even a scythe. It's more like a pick, so I don't really like that. But he uses cool blood magic, which is a little weird considering he's like all pissed at the Vile Bloods. I'll put him in dateable. I know this is probably gonna be a controversial one. But I just don't like him that much. Like, I can't feel connected to him the same way that I could some of these other characters. I don't want to deal with him. Like, I could see an argument made for it because he is kind. In the canon, he's a real sweetheart. This is Ludwig. Okay. Oof, tough choice. Ludwig is... God, because he's an actual cleric, exactly. But he's like a captain. But I find... You know what? I'm gonna put him in highly hot because of his screams. He has the best screams in the entire game. His voice work is incredible. But just in general, I love how he's this like badass knight that turned into a cool horse monster. Arguably, I think one of the best designs in the entire game. Sincerely. He created the meta weapon. I'm not a big fan of the Holy Moonlight Sword. Like, it's okay. I know that's like a travesty, but it is. Oh, Ludwig's Holy Blade. Right. I don't like that weapon either. I actually hate that weapon. I don't like big bonking weapons, alright? Muriel's Wet Nurse. I mean, really, really baby crazy. Literally steals a baby from someone else so she could like take care of the baby. Kind of crazy. Real insane behavior. I don't know, but she's protective. And she's very pointy, which I think people would appreciate, you know, real strength. I don't know, I'm gonna put her in passable because like not for me, but you know, maybe someone else is interested. I don't know. Like, passable is like, I understand why other people would like her. Mikolash. Yeah, Mikolash is an easy one, honestly. Profanely beautiful for sure. I don't want to put him in the daddy category. I just feel like he doesn't have the right energy to be the top tier S-class daddy. But he's most definitely profanely beautiful. Great voice work. Real smart. Little bit demonic. Kind of a Machiavellian little manipulator. He do be running. But he is the only one that didn't get turned into brain goo. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. That's good for him. He exists. He a track star? Yeah, he's a sportsman. I do like I don't necessarily like watching sports, but I do appreciate sportsman. So he whines about waking up. Yeah, and he's also a corpse in the real world. A little bit confusing. He might, but who knows? He might be the man of your dreams. Get it? So yeah, he's gonna be profanely beautiful because I love him, basically. He also moans really awkwardly. That's a plus. Why do you think he's here? Moon presence. Highly hot. I don't know. Kind of looks like a Ninetales. Cool design. Honestly, kind of just a really cool figure. I really like the moon presence. I think she's cool. She makes everybody crazy when she approaches. Like, literally, she makes people crazy. Like, the whole beast thing is because of her presence. I like the moon. It'd be nice to go on a nice moonlit walk with her. Did I saw the men wild? Yup. Actually, though, no cap. One Reborn, I'm gonna put that in literally a child because, I mean, we literally watched the One Reborn get born, so I'm not comfortable giving them a rating. Newborn child, even though it's a very ugly newborn child, that'd be a newborn. Okay, now when I talk about orphan, I want to point out with extreme clarity that I believe that orphan is Gehrman. So it's like we do watch orphan get born, but I don't think that's like literally a child. I think it's one of those like repeating nightmares where our boy Gehrman is getting punished. So I honestly, that's why he looks old. I don't think this is a newborn. But nonetheless, well, we're not putting in must protect. We're putting him in fuck off. Honestly, even being one of the best screamers in the game does not save you from the fuck off category. Aggressive, angry, overly attached to mommy. You know, all of these things, that's a low tier. That's some low tier stuff. Like, I get respecting your mom, but this guy literally cries for his mommy until she fixes his problems for her. Gotta disrespect it. Gotta disrespect it. Rom. Okay. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna put her in Profanely Beautiful. She is a big waifu to many people. Real fluffy, very cute, but not personally my waifu. But I respect her a lot. She's terrifying, kind of an eldritch figure. Terrifying presence. Real dumb. Real dumb, though. I mean, she's vacuous. She has literally no mind. And it's not her fault, but she is. Really in sync on this? It's true! Are we finally agreeing? Dude, I don't know. The Hotness tier list hasn't been as spicy because everyone's in agreement. It's crazy. I need to get some spice. I can't wait till we get to the date location tier list. Shadows of Yarnum. I'll say dateable. I could say dateable. True, yeah, Mikolash is all about the chase. Some people like the chase. Not me personally. I put him there for other things. Like, I ain't gonna chase you, Ani, you know? Like, be clear with me. That's all, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's not the chase that I get with him. Yeah, shadows are dateable. I don't like katana users. They freak me out. Too much Genji energy, to be honest. Nothing wrong with Genji. I'm not... I've transformed from the Genji hater I used to be, but I don't really like them. So, yeah. Also, they're basically like Vile Bloods to Queen Yarnum. Like, they're sort of like her followers. So, and her bodyguards. You gotta love the bodyguard energy. Like, if they were my bodyguards, you know, maybe. I don't know. I'll put them in dateable. I do like their drip. Also, they're snakes. They're quite literally snakes. You can't trust them. I'm a little bit suspicious of that. Loyal to a different woman. Yeah, they're not worth it. Like, if it was Lautrec, you know, Rafina would come out. You know what I'm saying? Amelia, yes, Daddy Uwu. This is a little bit unfair. I just love her a lot. She's my waifu. I love her antlers. I love her cute dress. I love her scream. I love her teeth. She's adorable. She's one of my favorite designed beasts in the entire... In fact, she is my favorite designed beast in the game. She's like so graceful while also being really intimidating. Like, a big fan of that. I'm honestly gonna say Witch of Hemwick and Sister is in fuck off territory for one very important reason. The eyes, man, it's freaky. Ugh. You know, like, I can dig a Brightest and her cute eyes and her many 17 eyes. They're like a beautiful little sea green, you know, emerald hued, gorgeous. I don't want hunched over ladies with bad posture. Covered in eyes. It just isn't my vibe. I'm sorry. I know this can be offensive. But no, they're in fuck off territory. Always ready for ice cream parties. They do be having scoops. But the thing is, I don't think they're very hygienic, and I'm not a fan of that. I prefer a little bit more hygiene when it comes to food prep. I wouldn't want to eat anything they prepared. So that's not really, you know, it's a bit of a yikes situation on that one. Well, that was a bit of a short one, but we got the characters next. Annalise. This is a tough one because she's literally untouchable. You know what I mean? She absolutely cannot be killed. Immortal, queen of the Vile Bloods, like actually a vampire queen? How do you beat that? I don't think you can. That's a tough one to beat. Royalty. Very, not like demanding, but she knows what she wants and she knows how to get it, but she does deny you. That's another thing. You will never be, but she does to protect you. She literally is like, I have to protect you and I like you as you are. So there is a little bit of rejection there, but you know, I think it's because to become like a great one husband or wife or whatever, it's really dangerous in a way. Because you can only be selected if you're special, and they have to choose you. And since we give her the ring, you know, it's kind of different. There's something that she actually does care about you and is trying to protect you, and she's very amused by you when you do try to propose. I think she's profanely beautiful. She's really great. We are must protect literally child to her. Oh, damn. That's true. This is a one-way thing. This is a one-way relationship. Keep that in mind. But she do be profanely beautiful. We love her. She's great. Top tier. If she were a waifu, like if she wanted to be your waifu, you know she'd be the best. Ariana. Ariana is really sweet. Honestly, the nicest person. The only nice person other than, like, the beggar, not the suspicious beggar, the chapel dweller, like literally the only nice person except for the chapel dweller. She knows what it's like to be mistreated and she doesn't want to treat anybody like that. Real sassy. You love to see a little bit of sass. Love her dress. Also literally a what do you call it, like related to royalty, probably because of her dress, and she's from Canehurst. So she's got all the Canehurst without any of the drama. I don't know, it's tough to put her up with Annalise though. I think she's got to be a highly hot, because she's super hot, but like not quite, you know, like real dateable, but like beyond dateable plus, which is why she's above. Is this Bloody fucking Crow? Bloody Crow. Oh my god, I hate to say it. I hate it. It's one of those like you want to hate him, but he's such a great bad boy. But Bloody Crow is a daddy. He does what he wants and he doesn't give a shit what anyone else thinks. He literally kicks ass. He is like one of the hardest fights in the entire game. He's not even a boss. He's so difficult. A fantastic PvP fight. Even though he's a Chikage user, which is a little bit of a down for me because I don't really like katanas. He's strong. Yeah, he's daddy because tell him otherwise I dare you. Yeah, like I feel like my hand once again was possessed. This wasn't my choice. This was his choice. He decided for me where he's going. Brador is like real hot drip, real daddy energy, but I feel like we don't find him in his prime. If we met him when he was like literally skinning his friends alive, that would be daddy. I think he's a little lower though. I don't think he's quite there yet quite there anymore. He's an invader. You love it. He's a stubborn invader. He keeps invading you. He can actually be a pretty good fight. Most of the time he's not, but he can be. He uses a weapon that literally like he stabs into himself and then becomes super OP. aka the Bloodletter. Yeah, he's definitely profanely beautiful. Top tier right there. I love how he talks. I like how he rings the bell. He's like, can you hear this? And if you hear it, it's time to die. Like, how cool is that? This idea of constantly getting hunted. Pretty strong. Eileen. This is gonna be a very skewed list, let me tell you. Everyone's gonna be way up here or way down here. Because, I mean, come on. Eileen is quite possibly the ultimate daddy. The ultimate in daddy technology. She is super cool. Amazing drip. She's just, yeah, just yes. Is there anything more that can be said? She's incredible. She's so cool. We love a strong woman as well. I want her to tell me what to do. She gives you presents the moment you meet her. She encourages you to not to be scared even though everything's so scary in the game, you know? Like, how sweet is that? She likes working together, you know? Tries to be independent, but thanks you for helping. And the reason she wants to be independent is that so she can protect you from getting your... she says, keep your hands clean, as in helping her hunt hunters kind of dirties your hands, and she knows that. She's trying to protect you. But she is happy that you help her, and she sees you positively because of it. And you help her when she's at her most vulnerable, and she survives and goes on to live a long, happy life in peace. And she doesn't die. That doesn't happen. Patches. Not only is Patches literally a spider in this game. Sorry, I punched the mic a little bit. Yeah, Patches is literally a spider, and also he sucks and kicks you into a pit and is really annoying. And he's also even worse. He's a cleric. He supports the gods, or what he thinks are the gods. And I cannot stand him, so he goes and fuck off. Easy. Super easy one. Adeline, the research hall patient. I have this cool little lore theory that she's from Canehurst and is familiar with Maria before she became a patient. She's also a blood saint. Kind of like Adela, but actually cool. Literally gives you the ability to become a cauliflower. And for that reason alone, because she gives you the rune that allows you to transcend and become a lumenwood. Because of the revelation. She's also really nice to you. All she asks for is a little bit of brain juice. And what else are you going to do with brain juice? Nothing. So definitely putting her in highly hot because of what she can provide for you. Which maybe isn't the right way of looking at it, but what else are we going to do? Like, we got to give her something. A little bit terrifying though. You know what? Maybe she's dateable. I don't know. She's a little terrifying. It's hard to date her too because she refuses to leave the chair. And then she becomes a pile of mush made of flesh and then melts. It's a short-lived relationship, but you know, just it doesn't mean it's not meaningful. Mikolash. I don't remember where I put Mikolash. Where did I put Mikolash? Profanely beautiful. I mean, to be honest, that's kind of where I want to put him yet again. I think he belongs there. High in arcane. We love arc builds now. He wears fashion no matter how ridiculous it looks. Also, his neck is so powerful. Look at the amount of weight he can carry with that sucker. That cage is probably, it's like pure metal, man. Suspicious beggar. So the main reason I'm gonna put him where I put him, definitely. First of all, he's a beast, which is kind of cool. He do be eating people. Very messy, not very hygienic. Fashion is not great. Terrifying figure, and most importantly, he will kill and eat your friends if you let him, including some really top tier, highly hot figures, so we can't let him get away with that. He's not allowed. He's not allowed. He is going to the fuck off category. Also, he's violent, and then he's like, I'm not a beast, you're a beast, which is like, who says that? That's not even a good response. That's what I do. I'm like, I'm not weird, you're weird. Like, come on, no one believes that. No one's gonna buy that. So similarly, when Suspicious Beggar says that, not interested. Is this? Oh, Willem. Willem is kind of useless. I don't think he's worth the fuck off. Literally, Willem is just kind of a dingus. He's sort of in the middle. He's become kind of a bug person. He doesn't talk anymore. He just sits in his chair and looks at the lake. Couldn't stop Lawrence from literally ending the world and society. And it's kind of his fault that everything happened. He thinks he's so smart, but he's kind of dumb. So definitely one of that. All right, Suspicious Man, or whatever it's called, Skeptical Man. Just total fuck off. I hate him so much. He's such a jerk to everybody. He's elitist. He thinks he's better than everybody. He's not. Also got a bit of a chip on his shoulder with the fact that he's not traditionally educated. There's nothing wrong with that, but he talks about how I did not learn from books, but I still know better. That has mad boomer energy. I'm pretty sure I've heard the exact same thing come out of like my relatives' mouths, because they just say like, oh, I can't be tricked because I'm too smart. I've been around. I've seen a few things in my time. You'll know when in 20 years you'll see that I'm right. Is like something that I've heard like my entire life, when you're just like, but actually I don't know about that. They're like, no, well, you'll see. Also, he does insult everybody, including the nice people, and he's on the side of Adela. He literally watches Adela commit murder on Ariana and doesn't say anything. Truly a horrific man. Just a total dingus, not worth any time. Chapel Dweller, must protect, literally child. Not a child, but must protect. Absolutely. Chapel Dweller just needs and deserves a friend. Honestly, a total sweetie. The biggest cutie patootie. Pure sugar. Just the kindest little figure. And he needs friendship and to be protected. That's all he deserves. Next. The old lady. I mean, sorry. I'm gonna put her in fuck off. A lot of these people are just straight up rude. They have like no... What do you call it when you have good traits? Like, they have none. They have no good traits. The only good thing about her is eventually she loses her mind and gives you stuff because she thinks you're her son. That makes it a little creepy, that she thinks you're the son, but you're not, or the child, I should say, the daughter or child. But you're not actually, so it's not that weird. And I'm more talking about her before she goes insane, where she's just straight up rude. This is the window of the little girl, so literally a child, and also must protect. She is putting in the protect child category. Gilbert. So I adore Gilbert. I'm gonna put him in the dateable because he's a real sweetheart. He is turning into a beast and he is kind of sick, but he wants to help you out. He gives you the flame sprayer, which is like a really good early game arc weapon. Fire damage is super helpful on beasts. Like, honestly, he helps you out a ton. He's a good egg. He's a very good egg. Then he turns into a beast. Henrik. Henrik is an old hunter. He does go a little crazy. And he's friends with Gascoigne. I think I'm gonna put him... Oh god, I don't know. Henrik's a tough one. He's kind of a mystery. It's tough to say about him. I'm gonna put him in dateable. Because he's fashionable. It might literally be because of the fashion that he's not passable. He has bulk resist, which is such an interesting type of resistance because very few things in the game do bulk damage. I wonder if it has something to do maybe with like him going into maybe the Chalice dungeons. Gehrman's a fuck off, same as before. Jura. Definite yes daddy. Great voice. He's dumb because he wants to, but he means well. You know, he tries to protect all the beasts of old Yarnum. He used to be a hunter like you, but then he took an arrow in the conscience and he doesn't want to harm anybody anymore. Kind of a softie. I feel like he'd be a great daddy. Also, he works with the powder kegs, and the powder kegs basically go, haha, explode. And I love that energy. He has a lot of daddy energy. It's like he's got so much daddy in the tank that even when he stops he does a couple non-daddy things, he's still a daddy. He has like room to spare. I find it difficult to think of anywhere else to put him. Gascoigne, daddy. Same as the bosses. He's a daddy. That's it. Maria, once again, as discussed, yes, daddy. Yosefka. So this is faux Sefka. I'm gonna put her in highly hot. I love ladies with tentacles who will beat me up. That's another reason Yurie is about to be high on the list. She likes doing experiments. You love a well-educated woman, even if they're a little psycho. And she turns people into mushrooms, which is real fucked up, but I kind of like that. Simon. Simon's a profanely beautiful, honestly. He can't quite be daddy. I just don't feel like he's daddy, but he is profanely beautiful. Incredible weapon, really cool lore. He knows everything about the world that he's walked into. How did he even get to the nightmare? He's so clever. How hasn't he lost his mind? True. He also has the like Seto Kaiba kind of like hand in his face emo boy thing, which I like, but you know, I have to put him in the profanely beautiful category. Adela is actually yet again a fuck off. She is elitist, but she's also insecure. She thinks she thinks her blood allows her to be a bad person and get away with it. That's not true. But also she's really just like, I don't know, she's kind of prudish, you know what I mean? Like she doesn't seem like she'd be fun in anything. Classic narcissist. Yeah, she literally kills Ariana because you use Ariana's blood, and Ariana has the most OP blood in the game. Saving Adela is almost always a mistake. There's no reason to do it. Unless you want lore, or unless you don't know better. So, the only good thing about her is she gives you a madman's knowledge, and even then it isn't worth it. So, Adela is absolute fuck off territory. The doll. Okay, so the doll is a tough one. Because, like, I don't know, whenever I think of the doll, I seriously think, like, must protect child. I don't want to put her anywhere else. I think she's a must protect. Honestly, I love her. She has this sort of innocence, too. I'm gonna do Yurie first. This is a hard one. I don't know that I want to put her as daddy, but I kind of do. But I think I'll settle on profanely beautiful. She has tentacles and she can beat me up, and I like that about her. Great drip. She will kick your ass really, really badly, and look good doing it. And that leaves Walter, who is basically the Solaire of the night, and he's a daddy. That's it. His voice work is unbelievable. He constantly feels like he's about to explode with rage. Just so cool. He also do be Covenant Daddy, absolutely. So Walter's easy. He looks cool. He's got a nice drip but a bucket on his head. Like he's got this strength. He doesn't, and golden flowing locks, and he's probably an old hunter because we can see him in the DLC, which is kind of crazy. He helps us fight Ludwig. He hates vermin. He hates centipedes. I love a man who hates centipedes. So honestly, this one was kind of easy. These are like too easy, I think. This is the Bloodborne boss's hotness tier list. The NPC's tier list. No one's passable, by the way. And now we got Dark Souls 3.